If you trade your life with Prabhas for one day.
In a film, when you have a Prabhas, why does a Murli Sharma?
Alright, SRK.
I was floored. I said, oh my God, Shah Rukh Khan coming and telling me this. I play a father who's always been a loser. When I went with my family, suddenly पीछे से लोग देख रहे हैं, आगे से लोग मुड़ मुड़ के देख रहे हैं. Hi, this is Murli Sharma. You're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please do subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Rapid fire with Murli Sharma.
My first rapid fire, I must confess.
Okay, I hope you enjoy yourself. If you could trade lives with the following celebrities for a day, what are the things you would do? If you trade lives with the following celebrities, with Prabhas, if you trade your life with Prabhas for one day.
Play Saaho.
Play Saaho?
In the film called Saaho.
Anything else?
Be as warm and loving as he is. I mean, jokes apart, I can't be Saaho. Because when you see the film, you'll understand that Saaho was written for Prabhas. But yeah, be as gentle. He's not just warm, loving, and he's not just like that with me or Shraddha or Mahesh Dada. He's like that with everybody. I think people would be ready to give their lives for him. He's so warm and he's so gentle. He's such a loving guy. Like I met him at the pre-release also. So he actually tells me, you came, we're so happy, sir. We are told you don't usually go for. I'm usually a little shy or introvertish. I don't go. And I think when you have in a film, when you have a Prabhas, why does a Murli Sharma film doesn't need me for doing promotions? Because people are going to watch him. People are going to come to see Prabhas and we get benefited out of it. But yeah, if I get to be like him, so warm, so gentle, so nice.
All right, SRK.
His charm. Again, amazing guy. I can never forget my first interaction with Shah Rukh bhai on Main Hoon Na. And he's also so humble. So when I remember I did that scene with Sunil Anna, again one of my favorites. Sorry, it's a rapid fire, but I'm taking it little.
No problem.
But yeah, I mean, I was doing something and Farah said, Murli, little loud, don't do your theatre wali acting here. Thoda loud, pe commercial hai. And he would actually come and whisper in my ear, Murli, it's ek sur upar karenge. You know, it'll look very nice. It'll sound, it's a commercial film. It's a Shah Rukh Khan film. So I was floored. I said, oh my God, Shah Rukh Khan coming and telling me this. So he's such an humble, such a warm guy. My God, every time I meet him, the way he hugs you, such warm hugs he gives. So they make you feel so special.
Ajay Devgn.
I would be as calm as Ajay bhai is. I've never seen him get very excited, very smiling, he's just very calm. So if I get his equanimity, you know, I'm sure you also.
Yeah, obviously.
He's so calm. He's so within himself, with himself.
That's what his acting is as well. Like it's minimalistic.
Yeah.
He can say so much.
Very difficult to show that kind of restraint.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Akshay Kumar.
Oh, his energy, his strength, his physical endurance. My God, he's something else.
An actor or actress from recent times that you feel that he or she is doing a very good job.
Oh, so many of them. So many of them. Just recently, because Ashwini also worked, because Sriram happens to be one of my favorite people, not just directors. And I was supposed to be a part of Andhadhun, which because of some date issues I could not. Ayushman is doing such fantastic work. Vicky Kaushal is doing, again, it's a rapid fire, but I'll go on and on. Rajkumar Rao is doing so good. I just started watching little of the second season of Sacred Games. Nawaz was fantastic to begin with. Though I mean, it's a rapid fire, you have to, but I don't think I'm qualified to comment about, even if they are fellow actors or some of them are friends, some of them are brothers. But yeah, they are all doing such fantastic
I think you have a sizable body of work. You definitely are qualified. Okay, if you can describe the following people in one word, following people or situations or aspects in one word. Censor board.
Pass.
Box office collections.
Oh. Numbers.
Critics in India.
Difficult to describe.
Ashwini Kalsekar.
Life.
If you can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at the following things? Driving.
I would say 7 or 8. Ask my wife, she'll say 2.
Acting.
Not qualified actually. Still learning, but maybe about 5 or 6 or 7.
Sense of humor.
Depends. Sometimes 5, sometimes 0, sometimes 10.
All right. As a husband.
Say 10. I'll make sure Ashwini doesn't watch this interview.
If you could, how would you say the following popular dialogues in comic? Okay, in comedy manner, if you could say that. जो मैं बोलता हूँ वो मैं करता हूँ, जो मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ वो मैं definitely करता हूँ.
I'll not say this, whatever little fan base I have, I'll not spoil it.
What comes to your mind First, when I say the following, best comic actor.
Comedy just सिर्फ comedy करते हैं. I would say I used to love Johnny Bhai. Johnny Lever. Yeah, I used to love him. When I call him Annaiya, I call him भाई Annaiya मतलब तेलुगु में भैया बड़े भाई बोलते हैं. So I keep talking to another source of my strength. He's a very positive guy. But yeah, I used to love him during his, when he was so busy. And he has such amazing stories about his heydays and how he used to do 3 shifts and 5 shifts in a day. So yeah, I love Johnny Bhai a lot. I learn a lot about comedy timing from him.
Okay, most down-to-earth celebrity that you know.
Again, so many of them. Like I just spoke about Shah Rukh bhai, spoke about Prabhas. And not just because we are talking and I have to be good, but so many of them. Ajay bhai, so many. Nana bhai I did recently. So many of them, so many. Bachchan Saab I've met a couple of times. I'm shooting something with these wonderful stars. Allu Arjun I'm shooting. I don't understand. I just said this in another interview, but for the kind of stature, for the kind of the big stars they are, I don't understand how they manage to be the way they are in public or with fellow actors. They are absolutely normal. So I think life has a way of teaching you, telling you things that boss, behave.
Rohit Shetty, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Singham, for me, he is a tiger. A very lovely man. Why? I'll tell you also why. Singham was 2010, 2011. And I was going through a very low phase. Again, I think one little time when I thought I will have to take another step. I'll not do work that just comes by. I'll probably not do this. I'll not do that. I don't know how. But I landed up sitting at home for over 6 months. Or maybe 8 months. And one evening I messaged Rohit bhai, Rohit bhai, it's about 8 months I'm at home. I want to meet you. I need work. Morning 8:45, Rohit bhai calls me. And he says, sir, your family... और ये कैसी बातें कर रहे हो आप ऑफिस में आइए. He makes me listen to Singham with Farhad and Sajid. He makes me talk to his people about monies. He only decides on one very good figure which I never thought I deserved then. And I know that I'm doing one of the parts for which people remember me even now. So that's what Rohit Shetty is.
I think Rohit, he's a great guy.
He's an amazing guy.
He's definitely, there's no doubt about that. Okay, Marathi films. What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Guru. Why? Because I did a very beautiful film called Guru. Unfortunately, the film didn't work. With one of my very dear friends, Sanjay Yadav. The hero was Ankush Chaudhary. I had a fantastic part, like what Prakash Raj had in a Singham. It was one of my finest works. So that's one thing that comes immediately to my mind. Otherwise, there are some amazing films that come. I've seen Nata Samrat probably about half a dozen times. And every time I see Nata Samrat, I call Mahesh Dada or I call Nana Bhai. Because I'm so moved by the film, especially the second half, especially the later half of the second half. I don't know how to react. So I
amazing
have to,
writing.
Amazing writing, amazing performance by. I don't think he can, probably better himself than Nata Samrat. He was so effective, Nana Bhai. So I also see it to learn what to do next when I get a bigger opportunity.
Last film that made you cry?
Yeah, like I said, I think Nata Samrat just recently. And one of my own films called Vijayta, for which I was nominated. Beautiful. Again, the film didn't really work. But I play a father who's always been a loser, and how in the second half his son tries to, bring some happiness back in his life. Very beautiful. Yeah, towards the climax, I saw it with Chiranjeev sir on a trial. He was also in tears because it was his son-in-law's launch film, Kalyan's launch film. Very lovely boy. He played my son. So yeah, around me, whoever I was seeing, they were all in tears. The climax. I remember I was in the hospital admitted because I was very unwell, and I requested the producer, we'll not cancel the shoot. I'll come. And at 9 o'clock, I reached about 11:30. The doctor was very helpful. He said, I don't think you should, but we'll take care of you. So I went, shot, came back, got admitted. Next day morning, again I shot, I came back. So that was the climax. But very beautiful.
Okay, a movie of yours that you have watched most number of times?
I think Main Hoon Na and Singham.
Main Hoon Na and Singham.
Singham.
Main Hoon Na, I think definitely you had a very good role in that. Yeah. Something that was talked about.
Yeah, and at that time when I was starting, means I started late, things started happening late, and suddenly when I went with my family, suddenly पीछे से लोग देख रहे हैं, आगे से लोग मुड़ के देख रहे हैं, आप हो ना, खान हो. So yeah, Main Hoon Na is a very special film for me. Hi, this is Murli Sharma. You're watching Bollywood Hungama. Please do subscribe and hit the bell icon.